Eyewitness News at 6:30 starts now.
And now at 6:30, a Little Village Chamber of Commerce staffer is out of a job because of his interaction with federal immigration agents.
A local teacher surprised with a big honor.
But first, we've been telling you it's coming. Temperatures could drop to potentially record lows, and the bitter cold is expected to last a few days, and it's coming tonight.
I know, right? We better enjoy tonight because overnight it's going to get really, really single digits. That's the scary part. And of course, the wind chill. It looks like we got some fog a little bit on the camera there as we look at the city. Yeah, we're trying. It's 29. That's pretty warm.
It's compared to what it's coming. This is where we acclimate. Heisel Martinez with us with the AccuWeather forecast. We get these cold snaps, and then when it hits like 30 or 40, we like
wow,
sweatshirts.
Yeah, we're acclimating early, so at least there's that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, outside, it is just wet out there. So that is actually some drizzle that has developed. So the ground is below freezing. You said it was 29 degrees, right? So the concrete, all of the surfaces are below freezing, and we have drizzle that has developed. So that means it's just slightly warmer above that. And so as soon as that drizzle hits the ground, it's going to freeze. So there could be some slick spots due to that. And then, yes, that cold blast of air, and this little drizzle is ahead of that cold front and that cold blast of air. We're talking our forecast tomorrow morning of 5 degrees for our air temperature. Record low is 0. And then Friday morning, forecast is 2 and our record low is 4. So it's a possibility that we break that record Friday morning. Right now it's 30 degrees in Elmhurst, Cicero, Oaklawn, Evanston's at 28. Zooming out a little bit further to show you we're all in the 20s to near 30 degrees. Here comes that cold blast of air. Fargo has dropped to 1 below for the air temperature. Minneapolis at 10. That cold air continues to fuel into our area. So once those clouds clear and you see the clear skies outside, the cold air will come rushing in. We'll talk more about this and another round of snow coming this weekend. More on that in a little bit.
All right, Heisel, thank you. Warming centers are available around the city, and officials are asking you to check on your neighbors who may need help.
ABC7's Keiko Guerin at Rush Medical Center with more advice for staying safe in this cold.
Tomorrow's not the day to be outside, even for a short period of time. Doctors here at Rush Medical Center say if you're outside even for that short period of time, you could start to feel the impacts from those cold weather temperatures within minutes. Chicago and its suburbs brace for a brutal temperature drop overnight.
I'm big into the Christmas spirit, so I love this.
I would much rather have stayed in a nice warm bed, to be honest.
Tonight, a cold front will be rolling through the Windy City, and with it, a wind chill that will make temperatures feel like 15 to 20 degrees below 0. The city and its residents prepping for the big drop. More than 200 warming centers ready for anyone who needs a break from the bitter cold.
For our vulnerable communities, we want to make sure that they know that they can call 311 to either request well-being checks or if they need assistance with sheltering placement.
For those who have to be outdoors, Dr. Nicholas Cozy at Rush Medical Center says you should limit that time as much as possible.
When the temperatures drop like they're going to do in the city of Chicago in the next 12 to 24 hours, minutes matter in the cold.
Dr. Cozy says one of the most common cold weather injuries include frostbite, which in the expected temperatures to come, frostbite can set in a matter of minutes.
We see a lot of frostbite, issues with their fingers and hands and usually their ears because people go out, they try to shovel the snow, they try to walk the dog, and they're not wearing the right layers of clothing.
Another more serious health-related issue in cold temperatures would be hypothermia. Doctors say if you are outside and you are not shivering, that's a time when you'll need to seek medical attention. At Rush Medical Center, Keiko Guerin, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, thank you. You can check the latest temperatures, get alerts with the free ABC7 Chicago News app. There it is. You can scan the QR code on your screen. You'll get a link to a free download.
Now, weeks after leaving Chicago, Border Patrol agents have now opened immigration enforcement operations in New Orleans. Meanwhile, body cam video from their time in Chicago has led to a community leader in Little Village losing his job. The video showing the man thanking agents for their work on the same day multiple people were arrested and tear gassed. ABC7's Evelyn Holmes has the story tonight.
Fear and outrage is now turning to anger after a Little Village Chamber of Commerce staffer appears to have been caught on videotape thanking federal agents who were arresting neighborhood residents in an immigration action.
All right, God bless you, gentlemen out there, all right? Stay strong, keep working.
They are words of encouragement and praise from Oman Shaheen, a staffer identified by the Little Village Chamber of Commerce the same day federal immigration agents detained several people and tear gas protesters and residents in the Southwest Side neighborhood. The video was recorded on October 23rd of this year and was taken from an agent's body camera, ordered released by Judge Sarah Ellis in her explanation of the preliminary injunction she issued in November restricting use of force against protesters and journalists by federal agents during Operation Midway Blitz. The footage shows Shaheen, who was the chamber's director of outreach and community development, chatting with Border Patrol agents near the popular Little Village Plaza, which was the scene of that day's confrontation.
My regards for all of you guys and the work that you guys are doing.
When reached by phone, the chamber said that Shaheen was no longer with the organization. Some community activists say the interaction is troubling considering the fear ICE activities caused.
Has this gentleman been working with ICE prior to coming to the chamber? Do we have a spy in our neighborhood? We don't know. These are things that we're asking questions now. And the chamber has to answer to the community.
The decades-old Little Village Chamber of Commerce is a community staple supporting local businesses in the community, which is predominantly a Mexican-American Latino immigrant neighborhood. Even with Shaheen's departure, concerns remain.
Those comments are detrimental for the unity and for the accountability that we talk about. I'm glad that they're taking steps to correct that. And there's a lot of work to be done in terms of accountability and bringing our community truly together to protect and defend our rights.
Some neighborhood community groups say Little Village is still struggling to recover from the immigration action and are now threatening to boycott the chamber. Reporting from Chicago's Little Village neighborhood, Evelyn Holmes, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Evelyn, thank you. Now, the Little Village Chamber of Commerce just sent us a statement that says in part, quote, the Little Village Chamber of Commerce strongly condemns the statements made by a former staff member captured in a recent video involving federal immigration enforcement activity in our community. These comments were made independently, do not reflect our mission.
For the second time in 2 weeks, a violent attack at a CTA Blue Line station, and today we learned the suspect in this latest incident also has a lengthy criminal history. Tommy Carter appeared in court today, charged with attempted murder. Prosecutors say Carter pushed a disabled man off the platform at the Harlem station and onto the tracks. That victim suffered fractures to both knees. In court, Carter said the victim punched him first. Last week, another man was arrested, accused of setting fire to a young woman on a Blue Line train. Well, he helps high school students in Mount Prospect hone their talents performing on stage, and now a suburban theater teacher getting some much-deserved applause of his own. Jeremy Morton has been named Teacher of the Year in a national contest.
Yeah, and his school's arts program also benefiting from this honor. That is making Chicago proud. Our John Garcia talking to this deserving teacher.
He's preceded into the theater by a drum line. This is a school-wide celebration for the man everyone here knows as J-Mo. And everyone knows him. Jeremy Morton is the National Teacher of the Year in a contest sponsored by Bubbler Energy Drink. And the school gets a $10,000 prize.
Quit wasting my time!
He's taught theater and directed productions here at Prospect High School for the last quarter century.
He's one of the most inspiring people I know. He is the reason I do theater.
A parent nominated him for the contest, and there were more than 1,000 teachers around the country nominated. But once he became one of the 10 finalists, the campaign was on. Voters were allowed one vote a day in the 7-day contest, and the school and the district waged a furious social media campaign.
What was really exciting about this whole experience was I heard from students who I have not heard for years.
But those students and the entire community voted in massive numbers. Bubbler representatives say he won in a landslide. His students say he has made quite an impact.
It's affected me not just as a performer, but like as a person. I'm like a much more confident person now, all because of J-Mo.
It helps that J-Mo happens to like drinking Bubbler. But the award also comes at a time when he's dealing with serious personal issues. He recently received a donor kidney from the relative of a former student, and his wife is battling cancer. It's been quite a year.
For me, although I teach theater, I don't love the spotlight. And so this was a cool way to shine a light, a very bright light, on our fine art program here at Prospect High School.
J-Mo says he has yet to figure out exactly where he's going to spend that $10,000, but he says he has no doubt it will be put to good use to help promote the Fine Arts Department at Prospect High School. In Mount Prospect, John Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Wow, so much going on in his life and some good positive news.
I know, and how he's changing the students' lives forever. They said they're just so thankful. It's Way to Go Wednesday. This is one of those stories.
He seems like a lot of fun.
I know, a lot of energy. And they came through for him. They voted, and he won. Congrats, of course. We're talking about a film festival happening this weekend in Chicago. It will feature Chicago native Robert Townsend. He is joining us live in our State Street studios to talk about this big event and the good causes that it will support.
Looking forward to it. A watchdog will release a report tomorrow over Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's use of a messaging app. ABC News has the details tonight.
And later on, Spotify Wrapped has arrived. Yeah, that's the tease right there. You know who it is. The top artist of the year coming up on the other side of the break.
Yes, yes, he's coming. Huh?
Report concludes Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth risked exposing sensitive information that could have endangered U.S. troops when he used a commercial messaging app to communicate with fellow administration officials. That's according to two sources familiar with the report. ABC's Christian Cordero has the details from Washington.
Today, a Pentagon watchdog concluded that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth risked endangering U.S. troops by exposing sensitive information in a group chat on Signal earlier this year, according to two sources familiar with the group's now completed report. The Defense Department's Inspector General concluded the information Hegseth put in the chat was properly classified by U.S. Central Command before he shared it with his colleague's wife and inadvertently a reporter from The Atlantic who was accidentally added to the chat. The conversation revolved around the U.S. attack on the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen in March of this year. Hegseth immediately denied the chat shared any war plans.
Nobody's texting war plans. I know exactly what I'm doing, exactly what we're directing, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished, the successful missions that night and going forward.
In the backlash, then National Security Advisor Mike Waltz was moved to a new role as UN ambassador after it was determined he added the reporter from The Atlantic magazine to the chat by mistake. He was the only administration official to face any consequences. On the Inspector General's report, sources tell ABC News Hegseth refused to sit down for an interview as part of the investigation, but told the IG in a statement he insists that because he has the power to classify and declassify information, he acted within his rights. This report could add pressure on Hegseth, who's already facing scrutiny after a second strike killed suspected drug smugglers off the coast of Venezuela in September, which some legal experts say could be a war crime. The admiral who oversaw that operation is set to speak with lawmakers behind closed doors tomorrow. In Washington, Christian Cordero, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Christian, thank you. Doctor convicted of selling ketamine to Matthew Perry before his death has been sentenced to 30 months. Salvador Plasencia is one of 5 people convicted in Perry's death in 2023, and ketamine typically used in anesthesia. He gave up his license to practice medicine as part of his plea deal. And the woman known as the ketamine queen will be sentenced a week from today.
Well, he has been in the entertainment business for 50 years. Not possible because he's only 60. He's been acting, writing, directing, and producing. He's also a Chicago native, West Side. And this weekend, he'll be hosting a pop-up film festival, helping to raise money for local charities. So joining me tonight, live in our State Street studios, Robert Townsend. You know his name. He's a legend. He's an icon. He's also joined by Troy Pryor, is the producer and the founder of the Creative Cipher, and of course, XL Film Festival. You've been in here before, but welcome back to our State Street studios, and welcome for the first time,
Thank
Robert
you so much
Townsend.
for having
I'm so
us.
beyond excited. I'm just going to try not to fan out during this whole interview. So let's talk about this festival this weekend right quick, and then we'll get back to the story of your life and how you've, come to be the person you are today. What is this festival about this weekend?
Well, I was watching what was happening in Chicago on the news, and I wanted to do something about it.
Wow.
And my childhood friend Carl Brinson is the president of the West Side NAACP.
Okay.
And as I saw the people marching, protesting, standing together, I wanted to do something. And that's when I came up with the idea to do a pop-up film festival, a fundraiser for the NAACP and the Answer Inc., which is an autism advocate.
Right. Okay.
And then I was like, I don't know how to do it in Chicago. I called this gentleman, and he had me at the XL Film Festival, and he became my partner.
I remember seeing you there at the XL Film Festival. So how did this collaboration come together so quickly?
Well, it was right in our wheelhouse, and we had just come off of our third year of this festival. It was a big hit, and so we had a lot of things in place. And so when Robert and I talked about it, I knew the moving parts were already lined up, and we just had to sit down and figure out what we needed to shift and move around. We were able to bring in a great team and build this out and put it together.
A lot of people have signed up to participate. It's a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. You're going to do some other things as well besides film festival events. But let's go back to the west side of Chicago, Robert,
Yes, ma'am.
and talk about The Face in the Crowd. That movie apparently was one of your favorite movies that gave you the hope, the desire, the aspiration to become a film, movie director, producer, actor extraordinaire, quadruple threat. Talk about that West Side experience, because they called you TV guy because you knew of everything that was on television. They didn't do the TV guy. Let's talk about it.
You know what? Here's the thing. Sometimes your gift makes room for you. I wanted to be a filmmaker. I wanted to be an actor. And I was stuck in the house on the west side of Chicago. I lived in K-Town, and I would just watch movies. And I watched all kinds of movies. I even watched the foreign French films on PBS. So I'm watching television, and then I get the bug to want to really be an actor. And my mother gets me acting lessons at John Robert Powers Modeling School. And I have my first audition. They have an audition board, and I auditioned for XBAG, Experimental Black Actors Guild, and I meet my mentor and lifelong, friend, Mr. Paymoon Rami.
Okay.
And he's the one who introduces me to movies and television shows. I'm an extra in Mahogany with Billy Dee and Dinah Ross. I do my first speaking part in Cooley High.
Yeah, I remember you in Cooley High. That's one of the top rated films of all times when people ask about the emotional films across the globe. Cooley High is one of the top 10 in that group. It's a powerful film, and I'm sure it changed your life. But then let's move forward. We take our own credit cards, no permits, and we make the movie called Hollywood Shuffle.
Yes, ma'am. you know, here's the thing. Some people complain about what's going on in the industry, and there's ebb and flows. But for me, I've never been one to complain. I take action. So I did my first film, Hollywood Shuffle, with a credit card and $60,000. The film went on to make, we shot it in 12 days. The film was done for $100,000 and went on to make $8 million. Wow. So it kind of jump-started me, and my body of work. I love creating and I love giving back. So this weekend, these 2 days are all about giving back to these two organizations. And also in my master class, which is Saturday morning at Columbia College, I really want to inspire a new generation of filmmakers, to work on their craft, to be better. So it's a class that I teach, and I want, people to be energized and to really come away with some real food.
What about when he says food, he's not talking about nutrition that way, but he's talking about the nourishment of the psychological, the emotional, the talent-wise. And so what's going to happen this weekend, Troy?
So yeah, we're really excited about legendary projects, you know, that we'll be showing. The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Mr. Pimo Rami is also a mentor of mine. He's actually the person that introduced us several years ago. And so many people were excited when they saw those projects were being screened. But what's so amazing is that after those projects, you actually get to listen to a Q&A with Robert and several other folks that'll be a part of those projects. On Sunday, we've got the classic Meteor Man at the Chicago Cultural Center as well. Yes.
Yeah, the
Shout out to the mayor's office.
Okay, you got the 5 Heartbeats. Terry Lennox, of course, one of the Chicago born and raised South Side actors who's gone on to do great things. Parenthood, of course, you were director and creator of that. But now let's talk about you being the father on The Bear, directing the episodes and starring in The Bear.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Let me say this. I haven't directed episodes of it yet, you know, but
manifesting.
Well, thank you. I've had the best time on the show. You know, Chris Storr, who is the showrunner, is absolutely amazing. He's a genius. It's so well written, so well directed. So I'm just honored to be a part of it.
Tell people who you play on that. Just in case.
I am Sydney's dad,
Yes.
and I'm the dad that's supporting her and telling her maybe she shouldn't be a part of this restaurant. And I had an incident on the show this year, but you know, for no spoiler alerts for people that haven't seen it, but there's a little emotional moment that happens between me and her in this new season.
Oh, that's going to be great. You got Lena Waithe. You're working on The Chi. Now, are you
back,
directing on there as well?
I come back to Chicago. I direct in January and February. I'll be doing The Chi, and then I'll be here doing The Bear. And then this Friday, the 5th, the episode I directed of Force premieres on Stars, and that's what we're going to show on Sunday. But I've been here shooting. I've been here 2 years now, back and forth shooting Force.
Okay.
And I did the season finale. I can't talk about it, but oh my goodness.
You have to come back when the season finale and talk about that and
I would love
share
to.
that. And you need to find like a news anchor to be part of The Bear that's going to report on something. Let's talk about this weekend as well. I heard that, you know, Lil Rel, another Chicagoan, LaRoyce is going to be there, and y'all going to be playing bid whist, spades. I mean, this is just like going to be a house party reunion all at once.
It's going to be a fun time. So right after the 5 Heartbeats screening on Saturday, you can come downstairs at Columbia College and have fun with some good food, good games. There should be really good energy. And a shout out to Lil Rel for coming on board and bringing that comedy show to life.
Leon Rogers, WGCI, has joined the lineup, and I hear LaRoyce is going to do some spoken word.
Okay, ooh, I want to see that for sure. And we didn't get to talk about your one-man show, but you have to come back when you start that. And
Living the Shuffle.
In Chicago. We love that. I mean, Hollywood Shuffle. I want to sing House of Love from the 5 Heartbeats, but they're rapping me, so, you know, and my co-anchor, Rob Elga, says that I'm not the best singer, but I'm enthusiastic about my opportunities.
You were good. You were good. I was listening like this. I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, I was going to do a line from Hollywood Shuffle, but you know, I encourage everybody to go back and look at that. Best blessings to you all this weekend. It is going to be a fantastic time to be indoors and enjoy this, of course. And we're so honored. Your legend is coming. We are a legend here, and I appreciate such an icon. He went to Illinois State University with my sister. She's here in the studio. They're going to talk about the good times. Robert Townsend's Pop-Up Film Festival begins at 11 a.m. Saturday. It runs for 2 days, everybody. You can find all the information. Just go to our website at abc7chicago.com. We'll take a break.
All right, thanks, Troy. Great to see you again. Robert, you are a gracious man. Cheryl is as good of an actress as she is a singer.
Oh,
I can vouch for this. Hey, crank up the heat.
1 second. 1 second. V is coming all
They're all excited. All right, we'll go to break.
Right.
Crank up the heat. These Chicago boys know it's going to get cold. Going to drop to 0 in some places over the next few days. Heisel is back next with the forecast. Time for your weather forecast. Some breaking news right now, though. Check this out. A ground stop at O'Hare due to that snow and ice delay starting to build. This is a combination, Heisel, that you were saying of rain and then slush and some ice. So there's a ground stop at O'Hare. We'll keep you updated on that tonight on the news at 10. And here comes the cold, huh?
Yeah, here comes that cold blast of air. And the thing is that ahead of that, we've had some drizzle that developed. And so if you go outside, you will get wet. But the ground right now is below freezing. So as soon as that drizzle hits any cold surface, it freezes over, which is why we're seeing that delay right now, or that ground stop over at O'Hare. Cold blast of air is arriving right now. So tomorrow morning, we're talking a temperature at 5 degrees. The record is 0, set back in 1893. This is the coldest morning since February 20th when we hit 4 degrees, and our wind chills are expected to be 5 to 15 below. So you don't want to forget all of the layers tomorrow. Grab the big winter jacket, the scarf, the beanie, the gloves, the nice warm boots as well, because it will be very cold in the morning. Forecast is 5 again, 0 is the current record. It's cold again Friday morning. A low of 2 is what we're forecasting. Might break that record of 4 degrees that was set back in 2005. So right now, if you look closely on satellite and radar combined, we do have clouds around. And I'm going to zoom in here right now to radar to show you that there's not much showing up. So it's not showing up on radar, but there is some drizzle that has developed, and with temperatures below freezing, we are seeing it freeze on contact. So again, that ground stop right now at O'Hare. Tomorrow, it is sunny, but very cold. So we start off at about 5 degrees in the city, but some of our outlying areas are going to be below 0. Temperatures throughout the afternoon in the teens, but with the wind around, it's going to feel like the single digits. Let's talk about the wind chills. So around 7 in the morning tomorrow, it's going to feel about 9 below near O'Hare, 6 below at Midway. DeKalb has a wind chill at 14 below at 7 in the morning. Then as we head into the afternoon, it's not that much better. It's still feeling like the single digits. And then into the evening hours, our temperatures will be crashing as well Thursday evening. So our wind chill values by 7 p.m. already falling back down into the single digits and below 0. Now, Friday morning is still going to be very cold. We're looking at our wind chill values 5 to about 10 below 0 across the area, and at least a little bit of improvement into the afternoon. This is Friday, 5 p.m. Feels like temperatures into the teens. This weekend, so Saturday is looking pretty calm, partly to mostly cloudy. Maybe at times we see a little bit of sun, and then here comes another round of snow. It's not looking like a big one. It's looking like if we do get that system 1 to maybe 3 inches of snow, but it's something that could change. So something you'll want to keep up to date with the forecast. 26 degrees on Sunday with those snow showers and wind chill values in the teens. Quickly walking you here through that system coming in this weekend. This is Saturday 9 p.m. to show you that at this point it's just cloudy, a temperature close to 26. Here comes the snow that develops after midnight. 3 in the morning we have some snow showers. It is more likely that we have snow showers Sunday morning with the snow slowly moving out, but then there could be some lake effect that develops into the afternoon. So again, something that we will be watching closely, but I'll say as of now, it's looking like maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow Saturday into Sunday. It's again, it's likely going to change the forecast, but kind of wanted to give you an idea of what models are showing right now. And then after that, another system that brings snow Tuesday into Wednesday, but that one at least transitions into rain on Wednesday.
Okay.
At least.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I am just the messenger.
I know, and we give you credit when it's wonderful.
We love the messenger.
So the United States is celebrating a big birthday next year. Illinois will play a central part in the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
From early Native American tribes to the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement to today, the story of Illinois has always been the story of America. We are, after all, the most American of American states.
The Illinois America 250 Commission has chosen the Ferris wheel as the icon of the statewide commemoration next year. Events will be planned statewide with many celebrations happening at Navy Pier.
It's going to be wonderful.
It'll be nice.
So fantastic. Well, Spotify Wrapped, it is out, and it's good to be bad. Get that? Bad Bunny is the top global artist for the year, earning nearly 20 billion, as in B, streams. He also is kicking off the 2026 by performing at the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift came in second.
All right, we're not going to have time to do mine, but Spotify told me my listening age is 69 years old.
Mine's 82.
Stop it.
Oh.
Well, I want to see yours. Oh, here's mine.
Wait,
Okay,
okay.
Jerry Garcia, and then Bob Marley and the Wailers, love them, and I think it was like Jerry Garcia again.
Mine was Bad Bunny, first one, Rosalia as a second. Fred again, he is a house music. Gwen Stefani and Selena.
Let's go. I like it.
You have an MP3 player, so it doesn't count. See you at 10. Thanks, guys.
I don't have an
Right.
So every single night I listen to jazz to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I listen to
Oh.
different playlists. And so
But an 82-year-old?
I can't believe it said that. Yeah. What's up, Joe? Hey, I'm Rob. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah.